this. Charlie gets killed, and the final frag.
Oh, brilliant game.
Through, that's the kill, you can see them.
Hello there, guys and gals. My name is OrangePulse, and welcome to TangoLive Week 13, I want to say. Not absolutely sure. Anyways, so it's going to be another one of those quick kind of rattle off, try and get everything done. To start us off, the TangoLive applications are coming in, and I'm liking a lot of them. A lot of people are really excited to start working and help out with TangoLive, and that's great. I'm really liking the enthusiasm. The deadline for the applications is on the 30th of April, which is this Thursday. Yes, this Thursday after this comes out. So those applications need to be in, and like that's it. I'm only accepting them up until that Thursday. I should have my decision by the end of the week, if not the next week. It really all depends on how busy things get and how crazy things get. I just applied for a second job, and I've got things going on because I might be moving, a whole bunch of other stuff, so I might be a tad busy. I might not be around in Tango, as much as I would like to be, but I'm going to try and be active as usual. Continuing on in the Tango notes for TangoLive in general, esports cast or esports podcast, I don't know what we're going to call it yet. The esports version of TangoLive looks like we're going to be actually getting one of those. One of the applicants asked specifically to do esports. I'm going to talk with him and see if he is qualified enough to do it, and see if he's going to be a good fit. If he is, then those looking forward to hearing all these news about esports and talking with people on the esports teams and whatnot, we'll be able to get that through the esports cast, while TangoLive will stay what it is, what it has been. Hopefully, though, TangoLive will be a bit more fun and less like streamlined and trying to get things out of the way and busy, and more of like an actual podcast and fun talking good stuff. Speaking of April 30th, moving on to a little bit different. Age of Ultron is coming out on April 30th, the new Avengers movie. If you guys are going to go see it, let me know, and then after we see it, let me know what you think, because I'm going on opening night with a couple friends of mine, and I will be completely happy to talk. PM me on Steam or on the forums, or open up a topic and at me or whatever it's called, and I'll come in and talk about it, because I'm really excited to see it, and I think it's going to be really good, and I've seen good things. I'm hoping. Mobs is also doing a giveaway for GTA 5 on the forums for those of you who don't have GTA 5 yet and are interested in getting it. There are a couple of conditions you have to meet, but it's just joining a couple groups and talking with Mobs a little bit. So if you're interested, look for that on the forums. It should be under the giveaways section. Speaking of GTA 5, the GTA 5 Online, from what I've seen in streams and whatnot, has been kind of buggy. Like, people will go up to a counter, and like one of their friends that is with them starts a robbery, and instead of being in the window and getting your stuff, if you're in the window, you'll be stuck there, and you'll have to disconnect in order to be able and to reconnect in order to be able to keep doing stuff. And sometimes during heists, you'll go up to do an action, you'll just get caught in the wall, and then you won't be able to move or do anything. So, I mean, I don't know. I haven't played it yet myself, so I don't have a personal experience of this, but it's just from what I've seen. If you guys have been having problems with it, what kind of problems have you been having? Because from what they've been saying for so long, with all the delays and everything else going on, they've been saying, you know, oh, we're gonna put it off so it's not as buggy and blah blah blah, and yet it's still really buggy from what I've been seeing. Like, I was watching for all of 20 minutes, and this same guy kept having problem after problem after problem. So if you guys have been having problems, let me know what kind of problems you've been having, and like, just if anybody knows quite why they decided to delay for so damn long and then still have these problems, I'd love to hear it. Also in GTA news, GTA San Andreas, there's a multiplayer version, SAMP, that you can be a part of. I don't know if there's a forum topic that will give you the links for all of the files and whatnot for it. But I was talking with Simp after the last meeting for council, and he walked me through getting it and getting into it. It's really, really simple. You just have to download one thing and install one thing, and then you'll have the game plus the multiplayer version of it. And there are a couple servers. I want to say Mafia hosts the servers. I may be entirely wrong. If I am wrong, I apologize, and Simp will probably correct me. Continuing on some game news, Bloons Tower Defense 5. It sounds really jokey and kiddish, but I love that game. I love tower defense games in general, and it's like I played the first Bloons Tower Defense when I was like 13 or some shit. It was really old. And then they're up to number 5 now. They've got the online version that you can play that has most of the stuff in the game. It's pretty fun still, and it's free to play. Or you can get the phone or the Steam version of it. The Steam version is $10. The phone version is $3. But I don't know what the differences between the phone and the Steam version quite are yet. But it has a lot more than the actual browser version will have. I got it for my phone and for Steam, and I've been having a blast with it. The phone's great to have when you're out, like when I'm at work or something and I got nothing to do. I'll just play a couple rounds, but I've always had fun playing tower defense games, and it's a really, really fun tower defense game. And there's a multiplayer version of it, so if you get it for Steam and you want to play with somebody, you can talk to me. You know, I'd be down to play. Speaking of Steam, Steam Workshop has just released a monetized version of mods. I think it's starting off with Skyrim. I don't know if it's moved on to anything else, but essentially modders now have a choice to have people pay for their content. Now, I don't approve of that. I'm gonna be frank here. I don't approve of you have to pay for it in order to get the mod. Now, I'm not saying that modders shouldn't make money for their content, you know. I mean, me as a content creator myself, just in videos, I would love to make money for this sort of stuff, but at the moment I don't, and I don't know if I should, honestly, because what I make is just I make podcasts and little videos. I don't know if I should actually, honestly, be paid for this sort of thing. But content creators like modders, they do a lot. It's not an easy job in any way, shape, or form. They do a lot of work and add in items for games and just make the game more enjoyable. I use mods in my Skyrim. However, I use Nexus, so I'm not encountering the problems of having to pay for shit to be able to use it. But like with the community workshop mods, they're making you pay for it to be able to use it. Now, modders making money for it, I'm all for. I've always been for if you make shit, you get money for it, like modding and whatnot. That's really good because not only do you get a foothold in the game creation community, where you'll be able to say, hey, I made these and I made money for it and they got downloaded a lot. You know, like you're showing that you know something about modeling and adding in things for a game, which can be really great if you're looking for that sort of a career. But the way they're going about it is really bad. To start off, Steam claims 75% of the profits from the mods, if I remember hearing correctly. I'm not entirely sure if that's 100% true, but from what I've heard from multiple different sources, 75% of the profits from buying something, like if you buy something for $3 or $2 off the Steam Workshop, 75% of that goes straight to Steam, and then the 25% left over goes to the modders. That's fucked up. If you're gonna have modders, like if modders are gonna make people pay for their shit, that's one thing. But taking away 90 or 75% of all of that money that you're getting in revenue as like you're making it into a DLC sort of thing, which DLC already a bunch of people fucking hate the fact that DLC is like little expansion things that should have been in the game in the first place have to now be bought for an extra $20 on top of the $60 that you paid for the game. Is kind of ridiculous. So doing this sort of a thing with mods and having it more like a DLC thing through Steam is bad. Nexus allows you to endorse, I think it's the proper term, creators, where essentially you're setting up a donation center to donate to modders that you like their content and you enjoy what they do, you want them to keep doing stuff, you can donate to them to be able to help them make money, help them keep doing things and keep their lights on in their house. But I mean, endorsing it is one thing. You can still get the mod for free. You can just then choose if you want to donate to these people, which a lot of people do. You know, it's not like it's a rare commodity. 90% of people don't, because 90% of people either are kids who don't have money or they just don't feel like paying for that sort of a thing. But the people that do, they download it, they enjoy it, and then they support the creators, which I've always been a fan of supporting the creators. But supporting the creators in a way of having pay for it on the Steam Workshop and then have Steam take away 75% of what you're getting for content that you created for their game, it's a bit ridiculous. So if they set up something where you could endorse them or you could pay this, you could donate to them, like do a donation center through Steam and then take a small cut out of it, not 75%, I'd be completely fine with that sort of a thing, and I think a lot of other people would be. But with forcing people to pay for stuff to be able to get a mod that they've already been using and then take away 75% of that from the creators, that's a bit ridiculous, Steam. Just cut your shit. Just two more things to talk about real quick. The next anime night is going to be Friday, May 1st. This upcoming Friday. We're going to finish off Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I had meant to do that last week, I think, when I had scheduled for an anime night, but I got caught up with an old friend of mine. It was his birthday. We were all doing a huge outing for it, and just it all came together at last minute, so I wasn't able to do anything about it. But yeah, we'll finally be finishing that off on May 1st. I think we left off around episode 40-something. I'm not absolutely sure. I'm probably going to find that and then put that in the description in the forum topic I'm placing this in. And the last thing, I'm going to almost make a new segment. I'm going to call it People Are Assholes. Because it seems every week I find something new that people do that really aggravates me. It's almost like grind my gears, only I'm going to be serious about this. Okay, so I was... the first time this happened, I was at my mother's work, picking her up from work, and I stopped inside. I went to go grab her and maybe grab a drink or something like that. I can't remember what I was doing. And then we came out to my car, got in the car, saw my cousin a couple lanes away, so we drove up to find my cousin and talk with him, got out of my car, and all of a sudden I see this spot, and I think it's one of the lamps, you know, the lamps of the parking lot shine down during the night. I think it's one of those that's just reflecting off the back of my car, you know? Could happen. Then I go up and look closer at my car. There are white paint streaks, and that little thing that I thought was a reflection was a chip where the paint popped off. And then I got two dents on either side of my wheel well rather, on the back right side, because somebody was pulling into a spot and was too close to my car, scraped up the back right side of my car, and then dented where my wheel was. Didn't say anything, didn't stand around and, you know, wait for somebody, didn't leave a note or leave insurance information, anything like that. Just scraped my car, drove off, didn't give a fuck. At least leave a note and apologize or something like that. If you do something like that, if you're a new driver or whatever, you accidentally do something like that, you accidentally dig somebody's car, leave a little note and say, you know, I'm sorry about this, I really didn't mean to, I'm starting out driving, blah, 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 you know, just apologize. Be a decent human being. Not an asshole that just drives off and pretends like nothing ever happened. I also had, while I was at work the other day, yesterday actually, I pulled into my usual spot at work, parked my car, blocked the doors, went into work, got out at work about like 6 or 7 hours later, and I go and throw out some garbage after closing up, and I go back over and on the right side of my car again, on the back passenger door, somebody to open their door, smacked my door, not like just a little like white piece of paint from their car door or some shit like that. No. They smacked it hard enough to leave a dent and chip some of the paint off the back passenger door. That's even more of a dick move. Like, scraping my car, I can understand. Somebody did, you know, new driver, whatever, didn't notice what they were doing. They scraped my car. Old grandma, whatever. Like, if you scrape my car, that's one thing. But they fucking opened their door fast enough and hard enough to dent and chip paint off of my door on my car. Like, I've opened up my door and accidentally bounced it on somebody's door handle, and there was like a little piece of paint from my car, from the edge of my door or something like that. No, like they dented the door. That's a lot of force to dent a door. But, you know, they did it, and then again, didn't leave any note, didn't say, oh, sorry, or wait for it, or anything like that. Just drove off. It's getting aggravating. Because the same thing's been happening with my parents in their car, you know. They just went to go get their car washed and all of a sudden noticed 4 more dents and parts were pieces of paint were chipped off because somebody hit their car when they were backing out or opened their door and smacked their car or was turning into a spot and hit their car or something like that. Like, and it's always the same thing. It's always these white streaks. I don't know if it's a white car or if that's just what happens when car paint gets scratched, but I mean, it's getting kind of ridiculous. It might just be the area I'm in, some old fucking person, I don't know. But it's kind of ridiculous that I just bought my car a little while ago. I've almost had it for a year now. I've only had one accident. It wasn't even with another car. I hit a patch of ice, hit the curb, and bent a tie rod. And even then, I didn't chip any paint or dent my car or damage it in any other major way other than the tie rod. And it's just somebody else who's being a dick and was having a bad day or something like that, decided to just hit my car and leave a scratch, leave a dent, chip paint off, didn't bother to say anything. And it just really aggravates me. So, have you guys had this problem? What do you do about it? How do you, like, I mean, it's probably just me getting angry and venting, but I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Have you guys had problems worse than this, where somebody, like, swiped your car and then just drove off and didn't say anything? Let me know. This might become a new segment if I keep finding things for people to be assholes about, and it's a pretty regular thing every week for me to find something new of somebody being an asshole and damaging my car or something of that sort. So, let me know. Other than that, if you want to apply for TangoLive and you haven't already, I'm going to be moving the applications post into the TangoLive sub-thread thing on the forums. So if you want to find the application form, you can find it there. Apply. You have to be 15 or older to be able to co-host. If you're under 15 and you want to help out with graphic design or something of that sort, you can feel free to apply. Otherwise, that's about it for this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.